Good afternoon and welcome back to another episode of Conscious Dating Online. I am your host, Francis Mahan. Today we are going to speak about intimacy. Intimacy in relationship. Many people confuse intimacy with sex, with connection, with a sexual emotion, with the ability to connect with another person on a sexual level, which is not what intimacy is, although that can be categorized as being intimate with someone. However, to be intimate or to build intimacy with someone means that you attune to their needs, that you attune to them at a mutual level, that you both begin to have an agreement as to what is it that you want out of the relationship. What is it that the person is looking for? And you attune to their needs, to their wants, and to their desire if you want to build a concrete relationship. On the other hand, if you don't, you just look for that special moment of emotional intimacy that builds sexual connection. But wouldn't it be nice if you build rapport with the person that you want to create an intimate relationship at the level where you want to get married and establish a relationship worth having? How does one do that? First of all, you have to build trust. And trust is built with time. In due time, you both know what is it that you want, what is it that each individual want, and you try to satisfy their need. That doesn't mean that you as an individual neglect your own needs. No. When you are more concerned about the needs and desire of your partner, and you are there to satisfy those needs and desire, then you can build an intimate relationship. Because if you look only for you, number one, that means you are just gratifying your needs, whether they're emotional, physical, or spiritual, at every level of any aspect. To build intimacy, you begin to understand the intentions of the relationship. You begin to know what is it that you as an individual want and the other person as well, because you both have to be at the same level of frequency in order for you to build an intimate relationship. So you attune to what is it that this person is looking for? Who is this person? What are their needs? What are their goals? How are they driven? What is the dream of this person? Everything about this individual becomes your curiosity that you need to know in order for you to understand them better. And once you do that, believe me, when you have a conflict of interest or any conflict in the relationship, you will know better how to solve that conflict. You have begun to understand your partner at a more intimate level than just your self need and satisfaction. Wouldn't it be nice if you had a relationship where you didn't have all the conflicts and where you could solve your conflicts by understanding your partner's need and understanding your partner at a deeper emotional level than if you have conflict all the time? I have known people that live together for 15, 16 years and they're still struggling in a relationship. As Dr. Joe Dispenza say, if you are in a relationship and you are struggling, you are not ready for that relationship, or that relationship is not for you. If you have to struggle, you're not ready to be intimate into that relationship. Why is that? Because you are bringing conflict into it. without having a way to resolve the issues, or you are ignoring the mere fact or the evidence that are there in that relationship, and you continue to evolve in a vicious circle, ignoring the reality of what is bringing the conflict to the relationship. Because the truth is that when you are in a relationship and you consistently have conflict, that conflict is being brought in, and you are still ignorant to the fact that something needs to be done in order to resolve the conflict. Some people are afraid of facing conflict. When they see conflict, they back up. They're afraid. They don't know how to face the situation. They ignore it. They don't want to, or they actually neglect the fact that they have a conflict in their relationship. And when you do that, you will continue to move in a vicious circle. Ignoring the fact that there is a problem is a way to surmount even bigger problems into your relationship without solving the issue. Not everyone is ready to have a relationship where you understand your partner, where you build that intimacy, that you know what this person is about. Intimacy is knowing your other person's intentions, desires, needs. It's knowing them completely, understanding them. That builds intimacy. You don't know your partner at a deep level, if your partner is not an easy person to get to know and hides their feelings and emotions, you are in trouble. You will have conflict, and you will not be able to understand your partner at a deeper level than you should, because they're not really allowing themselves to be known, to be discovered by the other half. And when that happens, you struggle. You struggle because you try very hard to try to understand your partner, and it becomes very difficult for you to go in and try to know who that person is and what makes that person happy, unhappy, satisfied, joyful, and every other emotional. Every relationship wants one thing. They want to build trust, they want to feel secure, and they want to be protected. A woman likes that from a man. A lot of men think that if they're physically fit and they look masculine, they look sexy, that is attractive to every woman. But one of the aspects that are more attractive about a man is his ability to be sensitive about his partner's needs, wants, and desires. When he's got you, when he understands you, needs, your wants, your desire, what makes you happy, that completes the relationship. Completes it because he's not looking so much after his own needs and wants, but he is there to satisfy your needs and wants first beforehand. That makes a man beautiful. I think that in order for a relationship to be complete and to have value and to be intimate, each partner has to become less selfish and more giving into the relationship for the other person to be able to understand them. Because then, with every mood, with every transition, with everything that is presented in the relationship, you will know how to manage, how to navigate with this person's feelings and emotions when they go through transitions, when they go through pain, when they go through mutual moody intentions that makes them different in the morning or at night or whenever or when they get off from work, you will understand them and you will be more compassionate and you will be present for them. To build intimacy is so essential. This is how people get married. They feel that they have found a person they can trust. They feel that they have a lot in common and that this person not necessarily fulfill all of their needs and desire, but understand them at a deeper level than anybody else, sometimes even better than their own family. And that is what completes a relationship. Have a partner that have your back in the sense not only of protection, but understands you as a human being, your feelings, your emotions, your intimacy, your sensitivity, your ego, your anger, everything about you, and knows exactly how to deal with it. This section about conscious dating online or offline, if you may want to, because today we are connecting online if we have the possibility, and to an extent because of social distancing, we are not connecting at all. I know many people will not take a chance to try to meet strangers in times when things are not very easy at a healthy level and you can contact the virus. No, I'm not. But regardless of the situation, we still can meet people through friends, families, and we need all the help that we can. The one thing that I not only fear, but I'm concerned about is after all this is said and done, are we going to be completely different human beings in the aspect of how do we approach people because of the social distancing and the length of time that we have become monogamous and not intimate with anyone at an intimate level? Perhaps. I suppose time will tell. And maybe I can come up with another idea as to how to give you a few tips on what to do once the pandemic is over. How do we approach people? How do we connect again? What do we do? How do we trust? We have to begin to trust again to develop those intimate relationships that we are missing at the moment. I know that is important. Social intimacy is important, even if it's not dating, just to meet people, to connect with others, to communicate, to interact. It is essential and it's part of our society. Thank you for listening. It's been a pleasure as usual. This is Frances Mahan from Conscious Dating Online. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Love and light.